Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time was released 20 years ago on November 21st, 1998.
Go.
Yo,
I think that was in Hesh's top 5, right?
Yeah, it was.
One of my favorite games in the universe.
Now, has this held up?
I haven't played it in a very long time, but I believe so.
Yeah, I played on emulators.
I believe it. I believe so.
You still play it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the controls aren't that great, but
no, it's still good.
The game itself, I think.
Nigga, that controller with the fucking Z-lock, and then you move with you jump and flip. Yo. all right. Now, yo, this is a thing. Yo, how recently did you play it, Hesh?
Jesus, it's probably been a while now. I feel like I played it maybe like 6 years ago because I feel like they had like the GameCube.
Yeah.
Like thing, and I think I played it a little bit on the GameCube when they had like that like re-release type of thing they had on the GameCube. So
all
it's
right,
probably like 10 years, I guess.
I was well out of high school when I played this shit, and I've never picked it back up since.
I know I played this shit in 6th grade.
Yeah, now this shit going around saying that this shit is overrated.
It's possible.
How?
Just because I don't know, everything has a chance to be over. Like, oh my god, it's a great. Like, but to me, I don't think it is.
Red Dead is overrated.
No, it's not.
To me.
Okay, which one?
Go ahead.
Which one?
2, the one that just came out. Go ahead.
Because things get a chance.
Go get your Ocarina shit off.
Get hype. But
how is Red Dead 2 overrated?
I think it's very, very like as I'm playing it, it's
a slow and lonely
very
game.
slow.
Yeah, it's a slow and lonely game.
And then Arthur has really no character. If you talk about character development,
he does.
I think
once you get no hell no.
Okay then.
Once you get further and further, I know about like his wife and all that shit and all that shit that happens.
It's
but
more
it's like,
to it than that.
Like these first, like you know how in like Grand Theft, when like the first mission is like, yo, something blew up, you got to go steal a car and do this and get here and change clothes and do this. With this shit, it's just like, all right, it's winter,
it's cold,
you got to find camp. You know, it's just very that winter shit was kind of long and drawn out and for no reason. Like I wanted to get into battles, I wanted to shoot shit, I wanted to steal shit. It's just a very, I guess until you get more into the story, into like, you know, the end of chapter 2 or chapter 3, it's just really fucking slow.
Yeah, but I think that's on purpose. I think the game is meant to be slow and
it's like
you're supposed to think in the world and you're supposed to be more
theatrical though. It's like
I can see.
It depends. Are you doing side quests?
Yeah, I'm doing.
Okay, that's what's going on.
I do a couple of them, but not like a lot of them.
I can see where that would turn people off.
It would, but if you beat the game, you will see Arthur's character development. I beat the shit.
Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah, I know I did. All that shit you saying, you will eat your fucking words when you get to that ending.
I probably will, but I'm just saying right now, it's just really fucking slow.
Oh yeah, I felt the same way when I kept doing side quests, but then I was like, you know what? Let me just beat this shit right quick.
No, just main story. It's just like, okay. All right.
I think it does start to pick up the further on you go.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, I've done some exciting things. But back to Overrated.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said it was overrated.
I don't know. I'm saying I can understand why maybe somebody would say that just because things have the tendency to get overblown. Like people just kind of like and you let the nostalgia kind of. I think for the time it was like me personally. I don't think it's overrated. I think it's one of the better games ever made. In like the last 20 years.
Yeah,
I just think it was really, especially the memories I have playing it was fun and it wasn't a perfect game. Because like the water temple was a fucking pain in the ass.
Did you have the golden cartridge?
Yes, I think I had that one. Yeah. So like it's not a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination, but I just think it's a really good game, really well executed, and just fun.
Yeah, because the overrated thing. The only time I feel like it's overrated when people say, "Oh, the best game ever." Chill out. Relax. Y'all going way too hard with this shit. But there's people who saying that. It's overrated, meaning like, oh, it's not as great as people saying it is. But it's a lot of people who are saying that haven't grown up on the shit. Yeah. And I feel like that's kind of not fair because then you have a bias.
That's kind of like with everything, though.
Yeah. It is, but I feel like you can't have an opinion if you didn't grow up with it. See, us, like we grew up with that shit.
Can you?
We grew up. No, that's not fair. That's not fair. That's like a nigga's.
I get what you're saying, but it's like once you're introduced to something, like if you try to play N64 game now, and you've been introduced to all this shit with
of course
4K and shit. You like, what the fuck? Y'all play this?
Yeah, like that's what you had off rip. We grew up when it was like we had.
It's kind of like when
through the evolution of shit.
When you try to put like a young nigga on like Wu-Tang or some shit, like, yo, what the fuck is this nigga? I fuck with Bobby Shmurda and fucking 6ix9ine and shit. Like,
I bomb atomically, nigga.
I still can't believe who thinks of that.
That nigga.
Yo. I want to go back to the days when niggas was on drugs, like heavy shit.
Bomb?
Like it's
atomic.
There's no way in hell you can write that sober. Like that's like top 10 best. Like Big Pun was on some shit. Yeah, I guarantee. Like Dead in the Middle of Little Italy. No, you was on something.
Y'all niggas didn't do diddly. Find your nigga dead in the middle of Little Italy or some shit. Like that. Yeah.
I can say it, but it's just I don't know. Go ahead. What you saying? I'm sorry.
But the overrated comment. I feel like, but I feel like people who didn't like experience when it came out, like you can't have a fair opinion of what's going on right now. That's like us, right? Like we grew up watching Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. That'll be like niggas who grew up watching Naruto saying, nah, Naruto's trash that shit. That's like niggas now you got My Hero Academia coming out. Motherfuckers eventually gonna say that fucking Naruto's overrated because they grew up on My Hero Academia.
That's just how it goes though, because like old niggas be like, yo, Rakim is the shit. I'm like, no, nigga, Nas is the shit. No, somebody be like, no, J. Cole is the shit. I'm like, it's just how we grew up in that time frame that you grew up in. It's like shit. It's just well, it's some people saying that shit, but it's just like your preference is just like what you grew up on and what captured you when you were a certain age that just holds you to that memory. It's just
true.
It's just that.
But I think to Bobby's point though, I think the difference is you shouldn't like disrespect the thing.
Yeah, you can't
shut the fuck up.
That's disrespect.
Not shut the fuck up, but I think there's a difference between saying like I played it and I didn't enjoy it versus like, oh, you guys are dumb because this game is horrible. Yeah, like no, this game is actually really good. I think because talking specifically off of the exchange that he had, I think it was like super kind of dismissive of the game, and I don't think that's necessarily the right way to go about it. Yeah, it should be like, okay, and I don't even know. Did he say he played it? I don't even think he actually played it.
Motherfuckers I talk to who say the majority of people who say it's overrated are motherfuckers who are younger. Like they
probably never even played it.
Right. Yo, you can't say that. That shit is one of the top 10 games of all time. Yeah, to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think so, but that's a wild shit. But to a lot of people, it's just I think it was just like. I don't know. It's just like a really good game. Like compelling. The story was like, yo, this is crazy. Like I'm a little kid. I'm doing shit. Oh shit. Now I'm in the future. In the future, fuck yeah. And I can go back and forth. Oh, I gotta fix this. And if I do this thing now, when I go back to the future, this thing is gonna be like this. I'm like, oh, it's just like really cool. I got this little fucking flute horn thingy, and I can summon my horse, and I can make it rain on these bitches. Like the game was cool, man.
That's one of the first games that it actually went from night to day. You can see that shit.
I run through the front, and it was like for
and it controls the shit,
and it's
like
beautiful.
How you locked on and how you locked on. The boss battles was unique and shit like that. No boss fought the same.
Shit, the opening scene was beautiful.
Yeah, just watching the nigga on the horse,
just watching the nigga on the horse, run through the sand and shit,
running through the field and shit. It's just like. It's just like, the score was really good. It's just a really good game. I don't know.
Yeah, it just feel like people from this era. I don't think it's fair to rate a game. All right, let's say that game came out, it was like a 9 or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't feel like it's fair over the years. Now it's 20 years later, you're degrading it. Now since it was a 9, now it's a 7. Come on, you can't do that, man.
Nah,
that's fucked up.
I think you have to take some things contextually in the time that they were presented.
Yeah, like the technology they had back then, that shit was like out of the box.
Yeah.
And that 98, that was when fucking Metal Gear came out. That shit was out of the box. So you saying that Metal Gear... See, that's one of the things with me. Metal Gear, I don't think that the first Metal Gear was the best one to me.
The
best one was the third one. Yeah. To me.
Nigga, you ain't never unplugged your controller. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear shit. You ain't never unplugged your controller. I don't want to hear nothing.
I just feel like it's an unfair judgment.
The nigga told you to go outside and play for an hour and come back. It's like,
okay.
You just here. Exactly an hour, you dead.
Yeah. What else came out in 98? Fucking Marvel vs. Capcom came out in 98. That's like people say. That's like people saying Marvel.
That was 2, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was with the jazz shit.
Yeah.
But that's like people saying. That's like people saying Marvel vs. Capcom is trash just because Dragon Ball FighterZ is out right now.
Oh, that's dumb.
That shit paved the way.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
But that's just how it goes, yo. Like, as generations progress, what you're used to, what you come up on is what they're going to say is the best, because I don't know that other shit. And then when I play that other shit, it seems old and antiquated, so I don't want to know that shit. So it's just what it is. Like, like that's why these debates with like top 10s when it comes to like music, games, or whatever the fuck. That's why they're always like discussions and like up for debate because everyone has a different perception of like just like you were saying earlier, like how music takes you back to a certain memory and a certain time of shit. That's how music is now. That's how games are now. Like, yo, I remember like I got this for Christmas and I played this shit. This shit was the best game ever. Or like some nigga now is like, yo, I was playing online with my boys and you know we did this and we was camping and we was shooting niggas. It was the best game ever. It's like, yo, everybody got a different experience that just holds it to a certain standard. Like you just can't tell a nigga how to feel about something.
Yeah, it's a feeling, but then like there's a fact that has to be involved. You know what's the definition of overrated? Frozen is overrated.
Frozen
is overrated.
What, the movie?
Yes, the movie.
I don't know. I've never
Frozen
seen
is overrated.
Compared to you,
Frozen is overrated.
My nigga,
they was calling that shit at one point the best Disney movie.
Well, Come on, that shit do numbers?
Frozen, the numbers don't matter.
Yeah,
Frozen?
Whoa. Okay. Children love nigga.
Frozen, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Let It Go was on the charts somewhere.
I get it, but
somewhere.
Come on, man. That movie,
when it gets cold out, people play that song.
Yeah, I'm not knocking that the movie was all right. It was this big thing because it was even talks to changing fucking Cinderella's castle because of that shit. I was like, wait, hold on, that shit ain't that good. You know what else is overrated? Fucking Black Panther.
Yeah,
Black Panther's overrated. You know what else is overrated?
Wow.
Killer Season.
No one overrates Killer Season.
Killer Season is overrated.
No one overrates. No, Killer Season is perfectly rated.
That shit is overrated.
I remember where I was and what happened when I was watching that fucking movie. All right, that is a hood classic. It's not up there with Boys in the Hood and fucking Paid in Full.
That's my point.
For the time being, it was a good movie, man. Like it's the type of movie that get you through some shit. Like that's it. Like it's nothing theatrical. You're not gonna win no awards or no shit. Cam ain't gonna get best actor, which he should at some point because Cam is a good fucking actor. Yeah, but not for Killer Season.
Killer
Season ain't never been in high regard nowhere. In the hood,
that's what I'm saying.
In the hood, maybe Chicago, Harlem, somewhere hood. Yeah. Not in fucking Hollywood.
Yeah,
nigga.
I think it's accurately rated.
Yeah, I think Killer Season is accurate.
I know they big up that movie like it's like. What the hell that little like? Come on, man. That ain't no New Jack City. Yeah, he pissed on somebody. I'm like,
yeah, he pissed on somebody. Yeah, I mean, nigga, it's not supposed. It's a hood classic. It's Cameron. It's funny. Cam is funny.
Yeah,
it's not. Niggas ain't putting that shit in there with like fucking
Godfather.
Yeah,
but they do sometimes. I'm telling you,
nigga, Killer Season's way better than Godfather, nigga.
Nah, they do sometimes. They big up that movie. I be watching that shit. I be like, yo,
yeah, like Gone with the Wind and Killer Season. That
shit was like Belly.
Belly's overrated too.
It is.
It's not a good movie.
I'm like, yo, man, like
it's a hood classic. It's not really a good movie. But you know, niggas is gassed off of hype. You know, when you got a bunch of niggas saying the same thing, and like
that nigga's the original Jamaican dun.
Like you could go outside, 10 niggas could say, yo, the sky orange right now. You go outside, clearly see it's blue. You gonna believe them 10 niggas like something wrong with me. Sky orange right now.
I guess the sky is orange. Damn.
Yeah, I guess it is. Something wrong with me. I'm fucked up. I'm not catching it.
But I ain't seeing the orange glow.